for the content of the Golf is our chief innovator, Dr. Hackenberg. Well, thank you, Stefan, for this introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, in fact, innovation has been the basis in the development of the new Golf, and therefore the Mark 7 Golf, the 7th generation, has become a trailblazer. Our competitors have narrowed the gap. The Golf segment is very interesting, of course, and our competitors try to get their share of the pie, and some of our competitors have in fact narrowed the gap, but the Golf 6, the Mark 6, still dominates our competition. This only encourages us, and therefore our goal was to ensure that the Mark 7 Golf should be the best car in its segment. We defined the targets for the new Golf back in 2008. On the one hand, the focus was on fit and finish, value for money. We wanted to increase the high quality even more. Secondly, we wanted to reduce the weight and the drag coefficient. Fuel consumption, emissions play an important role, and so therefore one of the focal points was fuel economy and emissions, and also, of course, comfort and safety, because these things are always very important, and the point was to perfect them even more. Now today, I can tell you that we've achieved each and every one of those goals. The Mark 7 Golf is going to keep our competitors at a distance. We're convinced of that. And this has been made possible by the new technical basis, the modular transverse platform, known around the world as the MQB. The MQB offers a whole new world of technical and design possibilities, as Walter de Silva and Mr. Bischoff just explained. And so the MQB is the key to perfection. Moving on to the question of value, of quality. Here, the new Golf exceeds its boundaries in many respects. It's longer, it's wider, the track width has been increased, and above all, the wheelbase too. Very important, the front axle has been moved further to the front, and that puts that gives the new Golf very good proportions. You can see the styling in a minute for yourselves. But there are other advantages as well, because the front axle is so far to the front, we have more leg room, the seats are further apart, and so there's a lot more cabin comfort compared with the outgoing model. The passengers have more leg room, more knee room, because they're sitting further apart. So, in a nutshell, there's more cabin comfort in the Mark 7. You'll find precise fit and finish, high-grade materials in the interior, plus white LED lighting for the switchgear and control elements, and all that gives the car a quality feel that you would normally find in a premium car. One of the most important topics in the development phase was the car's weight. We're using state-of-the-art materials and technologies, and I'm talking about the safety cell primarily. The materials we use create a safe cell for the passengers. It really deserves its name. We're using high-grade steel, ultra-high-strength steel. We're saving weight and make the build quality even more precise. The Golf is by up to 100 kilograms lighter than its predecessor. So the weight level is down to the Mark IV Golf launched in 1997, and I think we can really say that we've reversed the weight spiral. Now, 100 kilograms without using expensive materials such as magnesium or aluminium for the body, that's, I think, a technical milestone. Now, just consider this. I mean, 100 kilograms. The petrol engines, the TSI in a Golf, weighs around 100 kilograms. But to give you a more illustrative example, take a can of Coke. A full can of Coke weighs 370 grams. So 100 kilograms, that would be 270 cans of Coke. I think I've never drank as much in my whole life. Anyway, well, certainly not. Well, other things, yes, I've had other things. But the fact is that 100 kilograms on a Golf that's more comfortable, that's roomier, that's a world of difference. But how do we benefit? How do our customers benefit from those 100 kilograms? That brings me on to my third topic, fuel consumption and emissions. 100 kilograms less, that means that consumption is down by 0.3 liters over 100 kilometers. If you add in a new generation of diesel and petrol engines, and standard fit technologies such as stop-start, plus lower drag coefficients and low rolling resistance tires. If you take all this together, the average fuel consumption of the whole model series is down by 14%. For the whole European Golf fleet, that means that per year we can cut down CO2 emissions by 119,000 tons. So 14% less fuel consumption for our customers. That means that they have to pay 14% less when refueling the car. In the best case scenario, the 1.4-liter TSI with the cylinder cutout system, fuel consumption is down by even 23%. The cutout cylinder cutout systems gives another benefit of 0.4 liters. Now, over the past few weeks, you will have heard about the CNG-powered up, and that is the most environmentally friendly car. And this CNG drive can also be found in the Golf with emissions of only 92 grams of CO2 per kilometer. And just one more figure, and then I'll be done. The new Golf Blue Motion is going to use only 3.2 liters over 100 kilometers. That's 85 grams of CO2 per kilometer, and this is a class-leading figure. And please don't forget, the Golf Blue Motion is a 110 horsepower car. It's the perfect car for all the family. So we've got the basic diesel emitting 99 grams, the 3.8 liter with the Blue Motion, 3.2 liter, and the CNG Golf, three cars that have a 3 in front of the decimal point when it comes to fuel consumption. Moving on to safety, I said that the Blue Motion is a full-blown all-rounder, the perfect family car. And here, safety is, of course, of the utmost importance. The Mark 7 Golf is the safest Golf ever, thanks to high-strength steel in the body. They give us a weight reduction, but also enhanced safety. I'm talking about hot forming techniques for steel in the production processes in our factories. So, before the blanks are pressed, the blanks are heated to 950 degrees, and then this glowing blank is fed into the press. It is cooled down. It is cured, hardened down to 180 degrees, and that way we produce a high-strength steel. And thanks to this, the high strength of this material, we can make the steel thinner, and that means less weight. Because of this technology, we've cut the weight of the Golf by 22 kilograms. But of course, the new Golf has a lot of safety and assist systems. Normally, you would find them in premium cars only, in a higher segment. We called it the democratization of technology, because we make it available to many other customers. We ensure that everyone has access to these technologies. For instance, there's the lane assist systems. It automatically corrects the steering if you move out of your lane. Then there's ACC, active cruise control, about lateral dynamics. It ensures that a safe distance to the vehicle in front is maintained, and in urban traffic it even has a city emergency braking function. But safety is not just about driving dynamics, it's also about how easy it is to operate and use a car. Now here, the Golf has always been a role model, and of course we built on that. So you can really use your intuition to operate and use the Golf. There are no hidden surprises. It's easy to use, but we've improved it compared with the predecessor. There was one criticism, and that's the cruise control system. It is sort of hidden in the control store, hidden behind the spokes. In the new car, it's part of the multifunctional steering wheel. It's easily recognizable and easy to use. So that's another step which improves the way the car can be used and operated. And then, very important, there's a completely new generation of infotainment systems on the Mark 7 Golf, and they've been integrated with the car in such a way that the driver is not distracted by these systems. We've used systems used by modern smartphones, so it's very intuitive, almost self-explanatory. Now, ladies and gentlemen, bigger, lighter, fewer emissions, better fuel consumption, more value. We've achieved those goals at a price of 16,975 euros at the level of the current Golf. Even though the car is bigger, the engines are more powerful, we have better performance, and in terms of its profile, the Golf is really different from its predecessor. We're therefore confident that going forward the Golf will remain the number one in its segment, because it's got a profile that will ensure that it can hold its own against competitors even from higher segments up. Before we show you the Golf, just one more personal remark. I was here in this gallery for the first time in 1969. It was opened in 1968. I had just finished school at the time. I was an enthusiastic photographer, a fan of architecture, especially Mies van der Rohe. He was my hero, and therefore I came from the West to this place. It wasn't easy at the time, just to take a look at this place, to take some pictures. So, you know, it's really a great honor for me to be here in this gallery and to present an icon, the new Golf. I'm really pleased about that. Thank you very much for your attention.